Won't execute people on a whim, but he's hardly... I can't tell you how many times he took credit for data in the legacy that I uncovered. The best thing I can say about him is that he can be trusted to always do what's best for him.
Yep, sounds about right. Back at the greenhouse, you spoke of knowledge forbidden to your people.
Diviners are meant to seek out the truth in the legacy, and many Imperials sponsor them in the hopes they'll find something the Empire can put to use, thus gaining favor with the Emperor. But the Board of Overseers claims certain truths are detrimental to the stability of the Empire, like discovering one of our revered ancestors ended the world. That is why Diviners are only allowed to access segments of the legacy. Only Overseers can view it all. It ensures that any heretical data can be contained and retrieved before it can spread.
What happens to Diviners who break the rules?
I never had the courage to ask.
边踢针边直播 ，OK 这么4D 也不是第一次了，之前去年的时候是不是也是这样子？就边玩边吃。
I need to get go.
All the plan, it will help.
I hope so.
Then.
那我们先上去找盖亚，盖亚。不是这个。双子宫等级30，所以我们就算双子宫玩，我应该还是要有能够飞的。10号之翼感觉是，就有一个任务，他是跟我说10号之翼，10号之翼就是我可以获得这个等待10号之翼完成再继续行动，但10号之翼感觉不是支线任务或差事的部分，所以我在猜应该会是主线任务的一部分。然后我们现在拿到了这个之后还有需要做的事情。
I know your experience in Thebes was unsettling, but we have a new problem.
Did something go wrong with Beta and the rig? Will we be able to transport you to Gemini?
The rig is complete. The problem is Hephaestus itself. It has accelerated its proliferation throughout the Cauldron network, increasing its power.
But with your sub-functions restored, we can still succeed, right?
Correct. But the net effect is that absorbing Hephaestus will take longer than previously calculated.
How long?
Even with Omega clearance, my current estimate is that the merge will take 35 hours.
And each hour increases the risk of detection by the
35 hours 也太久了吧？以他们的科技速度来讲，根本就
2 cores. 2 overrides. What if the merge were carried out by 2 clones of Elizabeth Sobek, both armed with Omega clearance? How long then? Half the time?
Hephaestus would be unprepared for the simultaneous labor of 2 operators, in addition to obvious synergetic efficiencies. Calculating. It would reduce the merge time to approximately 4.5 hours.
Okay.
很多欸。
Varl, it looks like we're gonna need Beta at Gemini. Do you think you can convince her?
I don't know, but I'll try.
What about our diversion? Are the pulse generators ready?
Only a final test remains. I am confident that if fired in proximity to other cauldrons, the pulses will mask our activities at Gemini from the zeniths.
Good. As long as Aaron can operate one without shooting himself in the face.
Aloy, you better get down here. Beta's in bad shape.
Okay.
Beta 不会挂掉吧？挂掉就麻烦，是麻烦。
That's fine.
希望他可以看到一点希望。
Aloy,
不然锁门了。
I tried, but
We don't have a choice.
good luck.
Beta, you have to come with us. It's the only way. It's one mission. The most important one. We need you. Tell me why you won't go. What if they take me back? Alone, in a cell again. Their slave. Forever.
我会保护你。
Laurel and I will be at Gemini too. I'll protect you. As soon as we get Hephaestus, we'll come straight back here. The Zeniths aren't going to find us. You don't have to be afraid. No! You can't protect me. Nothing can protect me from them.
我不是救过你一次吗？
I told you from the beginning we'll never beat them. It's hopeless. Beta. Leave me alone! You don't understand! You're right. I don't understand. We have the same genes, the same mind, the same heart. So why can't you find the strength to do what has to be done? Like Elizabeth would. Don't you think I've thought about that? I don't know what piece of Elizabeth I'm missing. I don't know what you have that I don't. I look through all the data from your focus. You were raised as an outcast, shunned, and isolated just like me, so what's the difference? What's my defect?
他没有 Ross， 就是他没有他的那个父亲陪伴而成，所以他出了第一步。
Beta, you don't have a defect. Beta. Look,
Sheriff.
it's not a piece of Elizabeth. The difference is, I had him. Frost. He raised you, trained you, but he was never warm or loving. The day he died, the day he gave you that charm, he was going to abandon you. He wanted me to embrace the tribe. But then he gave his life for mine. He loved me in his own way. And that was enough. What did he feel like? It was like having the strength that was always there. It's still there. Even now I hear him in my head when things get bad. But it looks impossible. Look deeper. And then fight like you can win. You don't have to go on the mission. We'll find another way. I'll go. You said you'd try to protect me. I believe you. But you have to promise me one thing. Yes, of course. If it goes bad, if the Zeniths find us, I don't want to be their slave again. Do you understand? Okay. Promise? I promise. I could use as much time as you can give me to study up on the merge, to make it as efficient as possible.
们的 IT 部门就一个人，
I'll be ready
好
when you
狂。
are. I swear.
一个技术指导。
Aloy, whenever you are ready, come speak to me and I'll ask the others to make final preparations for the mission.
真的？我们要进入 final preparation 了
Strike pieces around?
？Holy shit！ 真的吗？ 要接近 ending 了，好哦。
Hope it didn't get stained.
先把那个外面这个拉掉 ，IOTA 的拿掉。剧情啊，冲！不管地震什
Hello
么鬼
again,
东西。
Aloy. Hello, Aloy.
Hey, Gaia. So, me and Beta. I guess you heard what happened.
Yes. I am continuously impressed by the complexity of human relationships. Despite the unpleasant circumstances that led to your quarrel, I am pleased to see you have both found an agreeable resolution.
Well, 2 heads are better than 1, right?
Yes, I believe so. Are you ready to depart for Cauldron Gemini? Or we can continue our conversation, if you like.
去吧。我觉得会出错。
It's time to head out.
但
I'll get everyone together.
之后要面对这个大部队出发。我觉得我们剧情其实才有一半，才只一半而已。因为我们吸收和 Festus 之后还需要跟他们打架，所以这个应该才顶多2/3。这一段这一章节是多3/4。
Connections in place. Booting up.
Beta, Aloy. I am fully installed on this core and ready to connect to the Cauldron network.
It's good to hear your voice. Errand, everyone. Fire your pulses and sound off.
I'm at my cauldron. This thingy, it's blinking. Did I do it right? In position at my cauldron. My pulse generator is blinking also.
That means they're working. I'm in position, and mine is too.
Mine as well.
Okay, radio silence until I give the all clear. Signing off. Gaia, let's cage the beast.
感觉一定会有一场大战。
Connecting to the Cauldron network now.
Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance. Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance.
Clearance confirmed. Initiating containment sequence.
Lock it down!
Terminating external connections.
It's working. It's got nowhere to go. Wait, what's that?
Malware detected. Attempting to compensate.
It's cracked.
Look!
That means machines are on their way. Get ready.
Here they come.
Or I'll stay here. Protect Beta.
Got it.
Be careful. Reload, then...
Stay back.
Oh, you're wounded.
Get back.
Oh shit！ 这只大只的我没看到。
Boy, help! Oh,
Over here, you! Ah. Thanks for... Aloy! Need a hand over here! I'm on this one!
no! Get somewhere safe, Aloy.
Let me know if you need any help!
给我下来！我要你的，
Draw it away from Beta!
我要你的枪！
Stay back! Get back!
Glad I had this.
可以大型回声药水。
Over here, you!
为什么会没有那个？刚刚我把他的那个打下，没有打下来吗？
Aloy! Need a hand over here! Draw it away from Beta! Stay back! Get back!
Somewhere safe, Aloy.
Over here, you!
OK， 好。
That's all done for now. You two okay?
Still breathing.
跟着
Sorry,
Festus
had
进
to go
入
deal
驻
with
炼
something.
场。
You were talking about something before I left.
Still breathing.
Aloy, Fest.
好，我听他们讲完好了，不然他感觉有话要跟我说。
Hephaestus can't escape, but it must have fled. Deeper into the facility. I'll drive it back here. I'll get the cracked core fixed in the meantime. Okay, I gotta chase after Hephaestus. Force it out of wherever it's hiding. Make it retreat to the core. Mantis. I'll find another way over. Wings holding up?
Aloy, I'm patched into your focus feed. You should know there's a huge power draw coming from the next chamber.
Thanks for the heads up. I'm almost there.
这什么东西？为什么？为什么爬不上去？它应该是要让我有办法踏到那个才对啊。可以了。
Some kind of production chamber. Festus is up to something, all right?
What kind of machine is it trying to build?
I don't know, but I'm gonna shut it down. But those metal carriers will lead me to where it's getting materials from.
I bet that's where Festus is hiding too.
I gotta find where Festus is hiding. Looks like there are a couple of ways I could go. Well, that doesn't sound good.
探索两个机。
For another chamber. I better follow them.
能搭的这个。
I've managed to rewire most of the components in the core, but the energy processor's cracked. Without a way to fabricate another,
对，不够靠近。
there's no way I can fix it.
Okay, let me think. What if you bypass the processor? Connect it to...
The power node. I think that could work.
I think it could.
没有。让我看一下到底是漏掉了什么。 应该是这边通过我先走这一段。希望今天可以打完这一个。后面两个。这边过不去。 我要搭上面的，我要到对面去，是这一次。找一个比较好的跳跃点，这下面这应该是上，要再往右边移动。 所以这个是要用这个拉出来的，他应该前面就要给这个东西，以前没看过。前面有一些怪，但看起来还是好处理的。 我先把那个 都处理掉在那个。有本事你就上来！哦，啊，谢，正上来了！啊，走开！看看这边还有没有其他的。看起来是没有。
Machines on the way. Zeta! Hephaestus has locked me out of the node. Any ideas?
I'll see what I can do.
先看下其他在哪里，这边一只。上来了。shit， 被发现了。Okay.
I tapped into the core's network hub. I managed to disrupt Hephaestus' control of the node. You should be able to override it now.
Nice. Thanks.
我自己有意思。我想要抓一只这个会抓那么久，我以为会其实蛮快，然后直接推到跟远锋人打架的部分。
It sounds like it fled to another chamber.
Well, I'd better not get comfortable. Great. Festus covered the floor with lightning. I gotta find a way over it.
Aloy, more machines keep coming. Please tell me you're getting close.
I'm working on it. I've been smashing through a lot of machines on my side, too.
I guess Aaron's missing out.
Anyway, I'm making progress on the bypass, but I need something to hold the cycling module together.
Maybe a ligament from... All right. To try. Got it. Now it's angry at everyone.
可以只剩下2只，那其实不用，应该是可以，我认为可以直接打。Holy shit！ 没想到那爆炸那么大。因为等一下那个节点又会被，因为现在它有在那个节点上面，那个节点上面有它的神经，我觉得等一下应该又会被踢出。你才是入侵者。
Oh, here we go again.
That doesn't sound good. I'll try to get your access back.
Okay, better.
要找到一个高一点的地方。你看现在连打，因为我这上弹比较慢。来，开大！
you can override it.
Work?
You did the heavy lifting.
Okay. This is running out of places to hide.
Aloy? I just registered a huge energy surge back in the production chamber. Something big is happening.
Shit， 会被发现吧？
Everything's glowing.
Machine Hephaestus was building. It must have finished it.
OK， 刚刚那个
Powerful.
快盖到一半的那一个池子，好。
I'm almost done with the core repairs. Should we come to you? Maybe I could distract the machine if...
No, Beta. Just stay where you are, okay? Handling the machine's my job.
Be safe.
Violation. But no.
来，
Will be terminated. Deploying. S Mark 1.
I should scan it first.
冰
I can
啊
take out its tail. Stop some of its attacks. Finish charging.
这一只我在那个外面的岛有遇到过。
Got plasma. It's gonna explode any second. Maybe one of my potions can help. It's charging up again.
哎呀，痛！来不及做，我看一下有没有其他的进水弹。没有，那个应该是要弹弓，高阶弹弓才行。 Oh.
You did it! There should be one more node to override.
Good. Stand by. I'm sending Hephaestus back to you.
只会做机器的王八蛋。
Got it! Hephaestus is back in the core!
Make sure it stays there. I'm heading back.
And then we can start the merge.
Because of you, Beta. I'm glad you came along. And you, Laurel. We couldn't have done any of this without you.
Right back at you, Aloy.
不懂就会出事啊！讲这种话啊，我们还没结束就来感谢了，就在谢幕了。感觉华伟就等下就会挂掉。我们一定会被攻击。
Aloy, the core is stable. Hephaestus is 100% contained. Now we better get started with the merge. It's all set up. Gaia, establish the link, please.
Done.
Okay, to complete the merge, we need to excise Hephaestus' malicious code. Carefully.
Redundant copy. You cost us quite a lot of time. Eric, get Beta. And squash that bug while you're at it. Get behind me.
便当啊，便当。
Come on! Quit screwing around.
Yeah, we're having fun, right?
Finally. Tilda, get Gaia and Hephaestus ready for transport. Tilda!
I failed.
Hush. All is not lost.
Tilda! What the hell are you doing? Stop her!
I can't even see her.
被救了。不然呢？哎，花儿。
Beta. Farrell. Where am I?
Ah, you're awake. You took quite a hit when Gerard attacked you. I imagine you must still be in a great deal of pain. I can assure you that we are safe. The others can't detect us here.
You mean the other Zeniths? You must be Tilda.
I wasn't sure if Beta would have told you about me.
Where is she?
Alive. And while she isn't where she wants to be, not in urgent danger. We must discuss how to get her back, of course, after you've shaken off the cobwebs. When you're ready, take the stairs down the hall and come see me. In the meantime, I'll make breakfast.
Breakfast. Okay.
对，终于在危机时刻伸出援手。还是很在意伊丽莎白的。就算隔了1000年，还是依然很在意她。他大概也很不忍，不要这样子使用伊丽莎白的那个记忆跟资料。
What is this?
Just a few favorites from my collection. Rescued and stored here just before I went off-world. Take a look, if you like. I'm curious to hear your impressions.
My friend is dead. Beta and Gaia are gone, and you want me to look at old paintings?
Don't be so quick to dismiss the comfort we can find in art. Or the insight we might gain. Celine and Endymion.
都是经典作品哎，他救了蛮多经典作品。
Beside her is the god of love, Cupid.
So she's sneaking up on him?
More like visiting him in secret. The torch that Cupid bears represents Celine's undying infatuation with him. Though the two must remain apart, her love will forever burn. My favorite pairing on the left is Woman reading a letter by Vermeer, the true master. And on the right is a forgery, Woman reading music, which fooled experts into believing it was a priceless original. Early in my career, I became fascinated with such deceptions. Eventually, I developed scanning software that could detect fakes with unparalleled accuracy.
Is that how you made enough money to buy your way onto the Odyssey?
Oh no. I made my real fortune later.
哦，蛮期待听他的故事的。那些画我看有点可惜呀。
This is Rembrandt painting Jeremiah, a man in mourning.
林布兰的画。
His
然后
home.
那边那个是
The ancient city of Jerusalem. He foresaw its impending doom, but could do nothing to prevent it. So instead, he saved its treasures from destruction, just as I saved these works. You could say we're kindred spirits.
哦，又是。他收藏这么多张的银布兰的，这张应该不是，我记得不是吧？对，威尔德的。
A portrait of the painter Rembrandt's son Titus, depicted in the habit of a monk.
I don't get it. Why would someone like you, with infinite resources, care about this painting of a boy in a hood?
It's not the image itself, but the feeling it conveys. The face is bright and defined, but his eyes are downcast, heavy with misfortune. And the background seems to swallow all light. The painting is infused with a sense of loss.
I guess I understand how the painter feels.
Rembrandt's The Night Watch, by far the most famous painting my homeland ever produced.
所以他是荷兰人。
It was commissioned to honor a militia made up of influential citizens.
有钱人做的民兵团。
Influential citizen?
In my day. But not as influential as you've been in this new world. The Gust. By Willem van de Velde, the most famous of his many maritime paintings.
A ship crossing into the unknown. I guess you're familiar with that.
Indeed, which is why I appreciate this composition in particular. Though waves and wind threaten to destroy the ship, it perseveres, clinging to the light even as darkness closes in all around it. Stunning, isn't it? Paintings weren't the only masterpieces of my people's golden age. This is Van Vianen's lidded ewer, molded from a single sheet of silver.
What was it for?
How like Elizabeth you are. Function over form. Its practical purpose was less important than its meaning. Van Vianen created it in honor of his late brother, who himself was a famous silversmith.
A memorial.
Yes. Such beauty from sorrow.
A lot of weight on his shoulders.
Done so soon?
I've got more important things to worry about.
挂掉了。
There is much we are trying to save.
任务划掉，我以为没有旁白了。我刚刚那个有声导览已经结束了。
There you are. Feeling better?
How did you find us? At the cauldron? And what did you do to everyone right before I passed out?
All business, I see. Well, suffice it to say we were keeping a very close eye on Hephaestus, knowing we would need it at some point. Your ruse didn't fool us, and as for my little trick, it was an overload of the senses, accompanied by an energy discharge. Gerard and Eric were only momentarily disoriented due to their shields, but it rendered you unconscious while I got you out. Perhaps some breakfast might steady you a bit?
This is 他旧的地方吧。
The one you recreated for Beta, in the data channel you shared.
How perceptive of you. Please, this way.
After everything your people have done, you think I'm just gonna sit down and have a chat with you?
They're not my people. They never were, and especially not now.
You shot off into space with them, and lived with them for 1,000 years before coming back. So what made you suddenly turn on them?
Quite simply, this.
My old focus. You repaired it? But that means you've seen
incredible things. What you've accomplished in 2 decades of life. A 1,000 years at my back and I haven't even come close. I'm sorry if I invaded your privacy, but I had to. In order to understand. To be enlightened. You truly are Elizabeth's blood. With her drive, her sense of mission, her integrity. Watching all this shamed me for the company that I've kept. Having seen it, all I want is to help you.
Even if it means stopping your friends?
Especially so. Please, sit down. There. That's better. Now, we must recover Beta and Gaia at all costs. By now, you must know that Gerard intends to use Gaia to reboot the Earth's biosphere. Remaking this world to specifications that would only suit us immortals. This process will kill every living thing on the planet. He calls it a clean install.
Not if I stop him first.
Not if we do.
重点是对，一罗人家都要帮你了。
We can work together to fulfill Elizabeth's dream. I'm sure Beta told you that there's a build of the Apollo database on board our ship. A complete collection of human knowledge. With that and Gaia, we could do everything Elizabeth wanted. Heal the biosphere, educate the people of this world, uplift them. Create the world she imagined.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. From what I've seen, your friends are invincible.
I do wish you would stop calling them my friends. And they're not invincible. In fact, a friend of yours has found a way to defeat them.
Silence.
Oh, he's been a busy bee, building an army powerful enough to crash through Gerard's precious base.
Regala and her rebels.
Even now, she's preparing a final march on the Tenakth capital. When she wins, she'll have the entire tribe under her control. Hundreds of warriors and machines to throw at the base. She's been duped. They'll all perish, of course. But it should be enough to break Gerard's defenses and allow Silence to kill him. Along with all the others.
Using the new weapon he's developed.
Yes, he's found a way to circumvent our shields. Truly an exceptional man. He's planned for everything. Except you and me. You see, while his army is battering down Gerard's doors, you and I will sneak in through a back way. One that only I know about. While Silence and my friends are busy battling each other, we'll take back Beta and Gaia. I told you I want to help you. I mean it.
Oh. 好，我们一个一个问吧。
My old focus. How did you find
他在
it?
旧的，
Let
他在
alone
那个
repair it?
之前那里
When we
掉的
encountered you
黑
at
迪
the
斯的那
Hades
个。
Proving Lab, Gerard saw you as a redundancy. I knew better. You were a revelation. After your dramatic escape, bravo, by the way. Gerard and Eric assumed you were dead and gave up the hunt. I wasn't so sure. When the others were busy, I returned to the lab and searched for any trace of you. That's when I found this little treasure. Not easy to repair, but certainly worth the effort. As I watched your life unfold, You were like a splash of color on a worn canvas. What Liz was, and more.
Did you show it to the others?
Of course not. It was your actions that inspired me to defy them. It's worth noting that if I hadn't found it and watched its contents, I wouldn't have known to save you at the cauldron. You'd be dead.
So I should be grateful?
If you like.
哎，我是觉得你能活到现在，真的是的确应该要感谢人家一下啦。毕竟人家是在这个情况下提供了你一个选择，不然你原本连选择都没有。
So you know all about me. What about you?
What would you like to know?
Well, start with your life on Earth.
When I was 8, terrorists flooded my home city. Thousands drowned, my parents included. I was one of the few who survived. My guardian sent me to boarding school. Among my peers, I was the strange girl, the orphan to be avoided. All because of circumstances beyond my control.
Oh. So we're a lot alike, huh?
Aren't we? You were an outcast. But you didn't let that stop you from getting what you needed. Neither did I. I climbed my way out of desolation and used my wits to build a fortune. First, from the technical analysis of art and the detection of forgeries. Profitable expertise in those days. But as it turned out, the software I developed was even more useful for counterintelligence. From there, it was only a short step to gathering extremely valuable intelligence on my own.
You were a spy?
More like a service one could turn to for information. I had to remain anonymous, of course, to protect my privacy. But despite that anonymity, Far Zenith inevitably sought me out.
What happened when Far Zenith approached you?
这边的对话我都想
They
听
painted
呢
an。irresistible vision of humanity's future. One where we need not fear illness or death, where we explored the furthest reaches of the stars and thrived. It was only later that I realized that they only intended to bequeath this future to the rich and powerful. By the time I finally figured it out, the walls were closing in, Pharaoh's machines were devouring the earth. So I accepted Far Zenith's invitation to a birth on the Odyssey. I wanted Liz to come, but she had nobler plans, as you well know.
So you didn't know the other Zeniths were monsters until it was too late?
I knew some of them were, certainly. It wasn't until we were off-planet that I understood the true scope of their greed. I was grateful to simply be alive, but the others became obsessed with a kind of effortless immortality. They built a colony where machines serviced their every need, where any memory or fantasy could be endlessly savored in virtual reality. It wasn't life. It was stultifying, a pampered dream state. As the decades passed, I withdrew more and more, alone yet again, but this time with eons to consider my mistakes. Now finally, having met you, I feel like I have a second chance.
To do what?
Help you, of course. To fulfill Liz's dream, which isn't so different from Far Zenith's original vision. A better future for humanity.
OK， 好。Beta.
You said Beta is not in urgent danger, so what are the Zeniths doing to her?
Putting her to work. Merging Hephaestus with Gaia. A difficult, time-consuming task, as I'm sure you know. They will compel her if need be, But her life is not in danger. She's the only one who can do it.
Because you people made her to be nothing but a tool.
Gerard's idea, not mine. They always viewed me with suspicion when I attempted any form of kindness towards her. That's why I created the data channel. A virtual place where we could speak in peace.
So this channel you shared with Beta, none of the other Zeniths ever found out about it.
Gerard believes he's the most cunning of all of us. Even after 1,000 years, he still can't imagine that I would outwit him. The channel allowed me to interact with Beta away from their mistrustful eyes.
那结果后来断掉那几
It
年
offered
是
us a chance to be ourselves.
Until you cut off all contact.
Yes, though it pained me. I was worried that our meetings would do her more harm than good.
Well, she felt like you tossed her aside.
I was afraid the others would find out and punish her. She may not have had the comforts of friendship anymore, but at least I ensured she was safe. I know it seems harsh, but you must believe that her well-being has always been paramount to me.
Why did you make the data channel look like this place?
I built this house as a shelter to weather any storm, a safe place. Not just for me, but for the art stored below. Cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical data being drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
我想先听 Silence 元丰，然后再元丰的计划。
How do you know about Silence's plan?
He isn't the only one adept at spyware.
You hacked his focus?
No, he's too careful for that. But his subordinates? Not so much. He gave additional focuses to the tribals he branded the Sons of Prometheus.
The ones working with Regala.
By tapping their focuses, I learned about most of his dealings. The distribution of override technology, the arming of Tanakh rebels, and the secret pact with Regala to attack Gerard's base.
But how did he come up with a weapon that can take down your shields?
That's the one thing I haven't been able to figure out, but however he did it, I'm quite certain it will work. With it and the Tanakh army, victory seems to be within his grasp. Such a shame he'll be disappointed.
那提纳科人的部分
Regala's only interested in killing Hikaru and waging war on the Karja. What does she have to gain by attacking Zeniths?
It's the price she must pay for her war. Without the ability to override machines, her little rebellion would have languished in the desert.
So she trades with the Sons of Prometheus. Machines to help her overthrow Hikaru.
In exchange for an assault on the base. Pride has deluded her into thinking she can actually survive such a battle. And all without ever knowing who the Sons of Prometheus really answer to. Yet for all of Silence's brilliance, still he underestimates you. That blind spot is what will allow us to take Beta and Gaia right out from under him.
While hundreds of Tanakh are cut down outside.
没错，这个就是声东击西，这的确就是这样子。魔间的时候也是这样子，总是就是计划总是如此嘛。你一定要有一个够大的声势，你外面才能。至少现在演变成这样子，也只有这样子这个计划。
Beta told me your colony was destroyed. That you came back to Earth because you had nowhere else to go.
哦，他们自己毁了。
It's true. After we reached our destination, a planet in the Sirius star system, we spent decades building a new home. The physical constraints of Earth, the boundaries of mortality, gone. To think of what we could have done with it. It might have been a utopia. Instead, we stagnated, absorbed in effortless comforts and virtual realities. It took a cataclysm to finally yank us out of our stupor.
What happened?
A massive geological event. We knew of instabilities in the planet core, but we underestimated them. By the time the collapse was upon us, it was too late to stop it. Only a few of us made it to the ship in time. We set course for Earth, the only safe harbor left to us.
Which you decided to make unsafe for anyone else.
Not me. Gerard. He believes it's better to wipe the canvas clean than work around the smudges. No more primitive tribes, no more combat machines, only a blank slate to do with as he pleases. But we will stop him. All we have to do is get into that base.
你们没有吃早餐啊？你们的早餐？看你们做那么久，讲了那么多天，没有吃早餐。
What exactly is your plan to sneak into the Zenith base?
We will make use of a lesson I learned from an early age. Always know your exits. In this case, a place where Gerard's new construction meets the ancient foundation, a passage that only I can access. When Silence flings his army at the base, we will enter through this back door, bypassing most of the fighting. The distraction will provide us with a window in which to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Once we're inside the base, where will we find Beta and Gaia?
Here in the command center. By then, Gaia will have been reunited with all of its subordinate functions, including Hephaestus.
What about the alpha build of Apollo on your ship?
A simple matter of recovery once the others have been dealt with. With that in hand, we'll have everything we need to make this world as it should be.
So you knew Elizabeth. What was she like?
Liz was everything she was. I see in you. And more. Your ingenuity, your determination, your moral compass. You've managed to distill her greatest qualities and make them your own.
I'm not asking about me. Tell me about Elizabeth. What was she really like?
The honest answer is that I don't actually know. For all the time that I spent with her, she always kept a part of herself locked away. It was like that from the moment we met.
How did you met Liz?
So when you met Elizabeth, she was what? Distant? Aloof?
Not aloof. Not exactly. It was a summit in Paris about machine learning, a touchy subject in those days, because regulatory authorities were just starting to clamp down on AIs.
真是跟现在有点像。
The keynote address. She had already achieved great renown for her work in automated environmental reclamation. But in her address, she was just starting to imagine the next step, an AI-driven system that wouldn't just act on its programming, but actually take responsibility for its sphere of influence.
没有人要做这样子的这个
To care
生
about
活，
life,
也不是没有人，大家还在努力。
not just follow orders.
Revolutionary stuff. I was fascinated. And I wanted to meet her for a
进
long
度不够
time.
快，
I
我们
watched
没有
her
伊莎
after
白
her
这样
talk.
子。
She had spoken with such moral authority, such empathy. But after that, she retreated. I could tell she felt uncomfortable with all of her admirers. It was as if giving the talk had cost her something. I didn't want to be a pest, so I planned my approach carefully.
So how did you finally approach Elizabeth after her talk?
I picked the right moment. The morning of the next day, right as she came back to the conference, she had just had her coffee. She was fresh, rested. It was like she had braced herself for the onslaught of colleagues. I asked if I could walk with her, then put forth a question about her talk that I thought was intelligent. Her answer made me realize it wasn't. But she was very welcoming. Almost as if we were previously acquainted. It was only halfway through the conversation that I realized she knew exactly who I was. It was quite a shock to me. My business was trafficking in secrets, and I took great pains to protect my anonymity. So that was Liz, perpetually one step ahead. I came to view our meeting as a metaphor for our friendship. She always seemed to know me far better than I knew her.
I guess I know the feeling.
OK， 都讲完了，一定有其他方法吗？为什么只剩下这个选项？我觉得听起来算是一个很好的方法。
Now Hikaru and the Tenakth. Your plan would wipe out an entire tribe. There has to be another way.
We are in an admittedly desperate situation, but I assure you there isn't. Remember Zero Dawn. Elizabeth's sacrifice. Sometimes many have to die for a new world to grow.
If it looks impossible, look deeper. Wait. The data channel. It still exists, doesn't it? I need you to open it. Let me talk to Beta.
Impossible. We might be detected.
It's worth the risk. There is another way, one where the Tenakth survive.
可以先说清楚吗？我现在搞不清楚他为什么跟他讲话会那个。
If the others...
If you want to help, open it. What are they doing to her?
Virtual reality dissociation. The manual merge of Hephaestus will take hours upon hours of tedious micromanagement. If she resists the work, they run simulations to induce feelings of isolation and despair.
Beta, can you hear me?
You're alive. They're watching me. I can't hold up this extra protection for long. You should have killed me.
No. No, look at me. I'm coming for you. I promise, okay? I just need you to hold out a little while longer and work on the merge.
Then I think it can be done.
I'll contact again when it's time. Can you hold on?
As long as I know you're coming for me, I can endure anything.
All right. I did as you asked. Now I think you need to tell me what you're planning.
I'm going to take Silent's army away. I don't need it. Only the weapon he made to penetrate your shields.
And how do you propose to get it? Ask him nicely?
Without Regala and her rebels, he won't have a choice. We'll be his only option.
Only option for what? What did you tell her?
That is between me and my sister.
Oh, yeah.
Will be Silent's only option for crashing that base. I'll tell you the rest later. But first, there are a couple of things I have to do.
Oh.
认妹妹
And
了。
what are those?
Lay my friend to rest. And then I'm going to use the override that Beta gave me at Gemini to put an end to Regalla's rebellion. From the air.
Wait. Since you insist on doing things your way, I know of something that will truly help you make a grand entrance with the Tenakt. The ancient Horus Titans still possess electromagnetic energy cells as part of their arsenal. Drop one of those on Regalla's army and they'll receive quite a surprise.
哦，有 EMP 可以直接打烂他们的那个
So
机器
go
人。
do what you must. I'll come to your base if you manage to bring silence to the table.
Not if. When. Errand, are you there?
Aloy! Aloy, is that really you?
Yeah, it's me. Where's everyone else?
We're all... We're back at base. What happened?
It might be easier to explain in person. I'll try to join you there when I can.
Okay. We'll wait here for you. It's good to hear your voice, Aloy.
我在哪里？这么难哦！这地图好大呀！我的妈呀！好，我们直接传回去吧。
Just to let you know, I'm now patched into your focus network.
Great. I take it the other Zeniths can't hear us?
They don't know about your base either, in case you were wondering. I've sent you data on the Horus energy cells you can use against Regalla's forces. Reach out to me when you're ready to acquire one.
Understood.
哎，来埋葬华尔了。
When you're wounded, you have to strike back. Draw blood.
Hey, can I get 1 damn minute to mourn my friend?
Regalla is going to slaughter my tribe to overthrow Hikaru. The Zeniths have Beta and Gaia. We can't sit around wallowing in our losses.
Kotallo's right. We must fight.
Oh, all right. So what are we gonna do, huh? Take on all of Regalla's
我
rebels?
还没有帮那个
Not to mention the
布塔尔
Zeniths.
拿到他的手，
What can we even
我们可以
do?
帮他做一只新
Throw ourselves
的
at。their base?
Something like that. So,
After we lost contact with you, we regrouped and went to Gemini. What happened? The recording we found on Varl's focus cut off when that Zenith, Eric...
the Zeniths were tracking Hephaestus. When Gaia trapped it in Gemini, they knew where we were. After Varl tried to stop them, they took Beta and Gaia. I only survived because one of the Zeniths turned against the others to save me.
One of them? Well... at least we didn't lose you too. So what do we do now?
We're going to defeat the Zeniths and get Beta and Gaia back. But first, we're going to stop Regalla.
How?
Back in Gemini, Beta gave me a gift. There's something I need to do first to make it work, but it could put an end to the bloodshed.
Word is, Regalla's readying her army for an all-out assault on the Grove. I need to be there.
好，我也会帮你把你的手拿出来的。
Go. Stand with Hikaru. And keep an eye on the sky.
Strike true as the 10.
The rest of you, whatever preparations you need to make, upgrades, resupplies, get on it. It won't be long before we take the fight to the Zeniths.
We'll be ready, Aloy. And when you're ready, Meet me outside the east exit. I'd like to have a word in private.
Even when things are darkest, you're the flame that lights the way forward.
Just tell me one thing. Am I gonna get to smash up a bunch of Zenith bastards?
We all are.
Good.
Before I do anything else, I should check on Zoe. It sounded important.
宇宙交谈10号之翼，这也是10号之翼。在让这个10号之翼做完之后，第2段歌曲在这里，阵亡之谷、失而复得、返家之路，这些东西都要到这个阶段才能做。看一下，失而复得也要完成10号之翼，好。那我们就是先解10号之翼，因为我想要帮他拿回他的手，卡我的手。
Over here, Aloy. We would come out here to tend to the garden. Sometimes I needed fresh air. Other times we would simply sit and watch the sunrise. So when we returned from Gemini, it seemed fitting that he be laid to rest here. Now he can always look out at Plainsong and further east to the Nora sacred lands.
He would have liked that.
He often spoke of his sister, Bala. He said she used to gather her favorite golden blooms and tie them to her spear. Their mother called it useless, but Bala was stubborn.
Yeah, she seemed like that.
It wasn't easy. But I tracked down the flower, gathered its seeds. As verdant limbs wither, roots rot in snow, still the sea rises, as certain as stone. From death follows new life. So it is with the land. And so it is with us.
怀孕了
I'm with child, Aloy.
Holy shit.
I was going to tell him when he got back from Gemini. Instead, one day, I'll bring our child here. We'll sit among the blooms and watch the sunrise.
I never got to tell him. To thank him. For saving my life, sure, but also for not giving up on me.
He always knew.
Goodbye, Varl. I promise to look after them. I'll try to visit again when I can. But for now, I need to go to the fabrication terminal to install the new override on my spear. Then I'll use it on the sun ring and get ready for an entrance where God will never forget.
制作日历者覆盖指令，我们去那个机台那边做，还有半个小时，应该可以再推一点点，希望可以把这个任务推完。有点难，但尽力。
I'm gonna clean my gear a little. I can do yours if you want.
I cleaned it already.
Of course.
Override installed.
上面就有。
Find a sunwing. I think there are some roosting at the top of the mountain. Okay, I need to find a sunwing to override. Better head up the mountain.
太阳跑到另外一边去了。听说这一款就是地平线的那个 Horizon 的 MMO 没有被取消，还在制作中，我是还蛮开心的，因为想这个世界真的很有意思。如果可以的话，我会想。
There are sunwings up here. I'll have to approach them quietly.
啦，然后呢？怎么操控 ？X 往前飞。OK， 它的摇杆是往下是往上，往上是往下，像是飞行游戏一样，三角形侧翻。Barrel roll.
Then you'll want to pick up an energy cell on one of the ancient Horus Titans. But first you must send out a pulse to activate them. I sent you the necessary software. To deploy it, you'll have to override one of the communication machines referred to as Tallnecks. There's one in the middle of the desert that should do nicely.
难怪那一只之前没有办法覆盖，就是因为它是剧情场景兽，可以。OK，R1 是停下来。
There's a Tallneck. Need to get on top of its head.
按住 R1 上飞 ，R2 下飞，按圈减速并定点盘旋。
Now, how to land this thing? I made it. Okay, Tilda, I've overridden the Tallneck.
Good, and the energy cells are now primed. Simply pick one up on a Horus. The nearest one should be northwest of your position. Dropping it on Regala's machine should produce quite a spectacle.
Thanks for the assist.
I told you, I want to help.
轻按左右可以选择飞行坐骑，轻按下可以使用飞行坐骑。刚不要被打到哦。
Those rebels. Reinforcements, maybe. Heading for the grove. I hope the colonists knock the guard out a little longer. There's the energy cell. Right on the Titan's back.
那是这一颗。
Got the cell. Now onto the grove. Pulse from Tomek should have reactivated all the energy cells in the region. I should be able to pick up more from any Horus I fly to. It'll be useful, even after I deal with Regala.
可以飞的，在一个世界中，开放世界中可以飞，真的差很多。那个王国之泪也是，感觉真的不一样。那其实就是瞬间，你那个不止被限制在 XY 轴上，就算可以爬山，那个其实还是相对的水平，那个移动感是相对水平。你只是前进的比较慢。 看可以飞啊，那个可以游，那感觉不一样。能不能战斗又是另外一回事。
Regala's inside. Hikaru will soon be dead. It's all over, Chaplain.
I gotta drop it now. Here it goes.
It's Aloy! She flies on the wings of the Ten. The tide has turned! Push through!
End of the line, Hakaru. Now on your knees, and I'll give you the death you didn't have the spine to give me.
They're down! The machines! All of them! They're down!
What? How's that possible?
Regala!
Enough bloodshed! Let's settle this. You and me.
Easy to say when you're atop a machine.
Well, that was just to get your attention. I don't need any help to take you down.
Fine. I accept your challenge. And once I'm done with you, I'll get to finish the slaughter.
We'll see about that.
The duel is set. Let none interfere.
战斗吧！开打！
You will leave no tails behind. I will not conquer.
来！
Let me end your misery. I will do If you want my...
技能切换。看一下哈、哦，要有近战的。过啊！
I am the lightning and the fury. You cannot stop me.
Alright, so that's how it's gonna be.
You can't hide forever.
Oh, 哦，标枪来了！
This is where it ends.
Yeah, it is.
Come to me. Soon your blood will be mine.
你不要那么怯呢。痛！
Relief.
要！我要吃药！我要吃药！我要吃药！我要吃药！
Fight until death.
嘿嘿，有炸到 ，OK，没问 几次时候切过来这个电浆。
You bring nothing but shame to your tribe. You're no challenge. I want. I will cause my fury into you. Child of the weak.
他解太厚了吧？
If you offered your blood, I finish to the.
在那边。翻黑也太犯规了，看不到。
I'll split the muscles from your body and hang you from a tree. Here I am again, on my knees before booblets and cowards. Go ahead, run me through.
Shut your mouth, traitor.
It was you who flew in on the wings of the 10. You who challenged her by our rights. You must decide her fate. I spared her once. It only made things worse. She was the best of my marshals. What a waste.
She's dangerous, all right. But maybe that's exactly what I need.
Cowards! What more do you have to conspire about?
Whether you live or die,
这不容易，这不容易是什么选择？这不容易，这个给的这个资讯也太少了吧？不是。
I'm not here to forgive you for your crimes. But there's another battle ahead. Against an enemy more powerful than anything you can imagine. And I need people. A squad. That's willing to do whatever it takes.
I don't want your mercy.
It's not mercy. The battle I'm talking about will be charging into a nightmare.
A better death than this? Yes. My blood is yours. Your enemies are mine.
Meet us at our stronghold, in the mountains near Plainsong.
You mean to send her alone? Without even an armed guard?
She does not need it.
I will be there. You have my word.
I'll hold you to it.
Oh.
Chief, there's something you both need to see. In the throne room. surrendered to our guards outside the grove. Claims he has an urgent message for the outlander who defeated Regala.
So, state it.
It's for her alone. From an interested party.
Silence.
I'm gonna need some privacy.
Clear the room. Put him with the rest of Regala's soldiers.
I'll see you back at base.
You saved the tribe. Let me help you with your mission.
No. With Regala gone, you have a chance to build the future you dreamed of. So get to your task.
Then at least allow me to give you this. Armor for the battle ahead. May it keep you
终于有
safe.
这个游戏的顶装了吗？
Thank you.
Do you have any idea what you've just done?
Oh, it's a pleasure to see you too, Silence.
Congratulations on your victory. You saved the Tanakh for a few weeks. Unfortunately, you've doomed the entire planet as well.
Wrong. I don't need a Tanakh army to defeat the Zeniths.
Oh, Eloy. Have you learned nothing about the enemy we're up against?
More than you, hiding whatever hole you found. My idea is just better than anything you ever came up with.
Go on.
No, not here. We're doing this my way. Face to face, and with the weapon you've developed.
And why would I agree to that?
Because I'm your only way of beating the Zeniths, and getting the copy of Apollo that's on their ship. So meet me at my base. Mountains west of Plainsong. Time to submit to the inevitable silence and follow the person who actually knows what she's doing. Don't be late.
Wow, OK， 好。
Tilda, you there? I did it. Silence is on board. So head to my base.
Impressive. I'll be there as soon as I can.
哇，
Now that I can fly, I
孤注一
want to
掷
see。what else I can do before I head back.
那回去前多做一点事。我看一下我们的那个主线任务的35 ，OK， 可以。我们应该，我想要去把这个终于开放的支线任务把它解一解，返家之物啊、失而复得这些东西把它用一用。然后再回去推主线的部分。今天先到这边啦，谢谢大家，晚安，拜拜。